Yeah, so to some extent, I've always been a little bit of a sci-fi nerd and a futurist, so it was in that sense a natural fit. But more directly, my interest in AI and the law came out of a case that I worked on when I was in private practice before I became an academic. So this was a class action in a securities case, and what the second thing means doesn't matter, but the first thing means that there were a lot of different plaintiffs, a whole bunch of people who wanted to sue one defendant over a bunch of similar but not identical things that happened to them. And a big question in class actions is whether it's going to be feasible in like one single case to resolve all of the separate individual questions as to how each of the plaintiffs was affected by the defendant. Now, in this case, the plaintiffs said that they could make this totally feasible because what they had done is they had invented an algorithm, and that this algorithm would be able to resolve a certain important question separately as to every single plaintiff, which would then allow the court to focus on the stuff that all the plaintiffs had in common. So we were on the other side, so we argued that they, in fact, did not have an algorithm that could do the thing they said it did. But it got me thinking about how statistics and automation and AI could affect legal practice and whether it was, in fact, possible to automate certain aspects of adjudication. And so the first law and AI paper I wrote was about that. And from there, I've sort of expanded into the many ways that AI will affect the world and affect law, and the ways in which law should respond, both to AI's effect on legal practice, but more broadly on like the entire world. I think it's a good time to be thinking about AI no matter what field you're in. I think that this is sort of an extraordinary new technology. I think it's quite likely to change the way we live sort of globally, so not just in the practice of law, but how we interact with one another, how we interact with businesses, how we do our work, whether that work is research and writing briefs in a law office, running businesses, or even the kind of stuff that we sort of don't think of computers doing, things like driving trucks or working on an oil rig. I think all of these are going to be impacted by AI and automation, and the automation AI enables.